Hey there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Taylor and I'm the girl on blower. I make healthy recipes for busy people and love sharing meal prep tips and tricks designed to get you living your best life. I am so pumped for today's video because we're taking one of my favorite fast food meals and turning it into a healthier weeknight option. Who says dinner has to be boring? Say hello to my Copycat cheesy Gordita crunch recipe. It's almost an exact replica of the real deal, but you'll be saving a few calories, using mostly whole food ingredients, and packing in more protein to make it a filling meal. It's such a fun dinner idea that the whole family will love, and you just have to try it. Okay, first things first, you'll want to assemble all your ingredients. For this recipe, you're going to need some extra lean ground beef, taco seasoning, 4 hard shell tacos, 4 mini flatbreads, grated cheddar cheese, iceberg lettuce, and then sour cream ranch seasoning and hot sauce for the spicy ranch sauce. This recipe serves 4, so if you know you're going to double it, then the option is there on my recipe card for you to change the serving size and ingredients accordingly. Before you do anything, you're going to want to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. We need to melt the cheese onto the flatbreads, so it's best to get the oven going right away so that it's ready when you are. While you're waiting for that, you'll cook your taco meat. I'm recommending extra lean ground beef for this recipe so that you can still cut some calories but also get that authentic Taco Bell flavor, but you can healthify this recipe even more and use ground chicken or ground turkey to shave off even more calories. If all you have on hand is medium or lean ground beef, that's totally fine. It's usually cheaper at the grocery store anyway, but just be aware that it'll add a few calories to the finished product, so if you're wary of that, choose wisely with your protein source. So heat a large skillet over medium-high heat, and then you'll add half a pound of ground beef. You don't typically need any extra oil in the pan since extra lean ground beef will still emit some fat and prevent the meat from sticking to the pan. I like using extra lean ground beef because you don't really need to drain the fat, but there's just enough of it there that it doesn't impact how delicious the taco meat will be. Once that starts getting nice and browned, you'll season with some salt and pepper to taste, and then add in 1 tablespoon of taco seasoning. Now, what do I mean when I say to taste? I just mean that you'll eyeball it. Use your salt and pepper shakers to add just a bit of salt and pepper at first, but you don't want to overdo it, especially if you're using a store-bought taco seasoning packet, as it will contain extra salt. You can actually make your own taco seasoning at home super easily, and I usually make a huge batch ahead of time that I just keep in my spice cupboard. Just mix together equal parts chili powder, cumin, coriander, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, and just a pinch of chili flakes. You'll probably already have all of the spices on hand already, so this should be a no-brainer to keep on hand. You'll be cooking your taco meat for about 10 minutes over medium-high heat until the beef is brown and cooked through, and then you'll set it aside. Now, while the beef is cooking, you should actually have a bit of extra time to prep the cheesy flatbreads and make the spicy ranch sauce. You'll line a baking sheet with parchment paper and then spread out the flatbreads. Grate some cheddar cheese. You'll need about 1 cup. From there, you'll sprinkle about a 1/4 cup of grated cheese onto each flatbread, spreading it out evenly. Now they're good to go in the oven for about 5 minutes or so until the cheese starts to melt. Next, you'll add half a cup of sour cream to a small bowl, then mix in 2 teaspoons of ranch seasoning and 1 teaspoon of hot sauce, preferably pepper sauce such as Tabasco. If you don't have ranch seasoning on hand or worry about all the chemicals, don't worry, I've got you. It's pretty easy to make your own homemade ranch seasoning blend too. Mix together equal parts dried parsley, onion flakes, garlic powder, dill, and salt and pepper. Bonus if you have dried buttermilk powder or nutritional yeast on hand to add a bit of that tangy flavor that you're used to with ranch dressing, but I know that those ingredients can be a pain in the behind to find, so your pantry staple herbs and spices will work here. You're only adding a tiny bit of the seasoning blend to the sour cream, so you'll be okay. Another workaround would be adding 2 teaspoons of actual ranch dressing to the sour cream instead. I do use sour cream instead of straight up ranch dressing for my version of a cheesy Gordita crunch to save on calories, but there's nothing stopping you from being a bit lazy and just adding some hot sauce to the ranch dressing, so that's an option for you as well. Now that you're done doing all of that, all you have to do now is assemble your tacos. Yes, it's that easy. Divide your taco meat among the 4 hard shells. I've got these fun taco holders off of Amazon, and I highly recommend them if you're like me and could eat tacos every day of your life. I get so much use out of them, and it surprised me how much I use them actually. I've linked to them in case you want to check them out after this video. I love just filling the hard taco shell and then assembling a bunch of them until they're ready to be added to the cheesy flatbread. I do recommend the stainless steel taco holders just because they're oven safe, so if you want to melt the cheese a little bit more after you add your taco, you can. Once you've got the gang together, you're ready to press your hard tacos into your melted cheesy flatbreads. The melted cheese should stick right to the hard shell right away, and then you can place them back into the taco holders until you're ready to finish them off with your sauce and toppings. If your cheese has had a chance to cool and you want to get it a little more melted so it can stick to the shell, you can pop them back into the oven in the taco holders for just another couple of minutes. Just make sure that you choose oven-safe taco holders, not plastic ones. When your tacos are assembled and the cheese is melted to your liking, you'll add about a tablespoon or 2 of the spicy ranch sauce to each one, finish off with some iceberg lettuce, and then another little sprinkling of cheddar cheese, and you are good to dive right in. How delicious do these cheesy Gordita crunches look? And they are so easy to make, am I right? You can basically be doing a bunch of different steps all at once that they come together in just a little over a half hour, and you know what that means, right? It's actually faster to make these Gordita crunches at home than to head out and get them at the drive-thru. I know, I'm just coming through clutch over here. My homemade cheesy Gordita crunches will last in the fridge for up to 5 days as leftovers, as long as you leave the spicy ranch and lettuce off, and you can reheat them wrapped in foil in a 350-degree oven for 10 to 15 minutes until they get all melty and crunchy again. You can also freeze any leftover beef for later. This recipe only calls for half a pound of ground beef, so what you could always do is double the meat and then freeze half of it for later. The frozen beef will last for 3 months, and all you have to do is defrost in the fridge overnight and then reheat in the microwave or in a skillet to make another batch of these tacos fresh. If you're looking for the full recipe and more pics of these cheesy Gordita crunches in their glory, I've linked to it below, so head on over to the blog to make them tonight. I've also linked to all of my other taco recipes on the blog in case you're looking for more delicious Tex-Mex inspiration. Let me know if you're gonna give this recipe a try, and subscribe to my channel for more deliciousness. Thanks for watching.